Watch this. You're going to be like so super impressed with this. This is high tech is what I'm saying.
Talk is cheap. It's overrated. My actions speak what I'm actually saying. 'Cause in the end, what you do, that's gonna hang around. I said talk is cheap. It's overrated. My actions speak what I'm actually saying. 'Cause in the end, what you do, that's gonna hang around. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things. Don't amount to nothing, nothing, nothing. Well, I've heard a lot of things. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things. Don't amount to nothing. Oh, well, I've heard a lot of things. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things that don't amount to nothing.
Hello, happy Tuesday, and welcome to Talk is Cheap. We are at episode 139. Woohoo! 139. We have an amazing show for you tonight. I am super, super excited. With us, if you heard that little ditty in the beginning, our intro song, Talk is Cheap, we have the Talk is Cheap singer and composer back here with us. Jonas Woods is with us. We have Courtney Kelly to bring us some pro tips, some mental health tips, which I need. And we have comedian Mickey Bell here. We have, he's going to be our co-host tonight. And of course, we have the scorekeeper with us and the Chewy Cam. There he is. There he is. And remember last week, if you joined us last week, and Chewy didn't stay asleep, which was very, very sad. But we tried to give him his quiet moments, and we'll see how they work this week. But he's pleasantly sleeping right now. Look how cute he looks when he's asleep. He's not as adorable when he's barking in your face, however. But all right, guys, we have an action-packed show. If you're here with us, make sure you say hello. We want you to say hello. All right, we have Michelle Van Dusen. Yay, time for the Chewy and Rhonda show. That's right. And I know, 139. This show is so old. I know, and I'm so young, so that's crazy. Oh, yes, Mickey Bell's here, and we already have some Mickey Bell fans. And he'll be here in just a second. And so, Sue, I'm sure he'll say hello to you. And Tom Hoyes is back with us, 139. That's right. All right. As a matter of fact, you know what? I think it's time to bring up our co-host because we have an action-packed show. Let's let Chewy go back to sleep. Bye, Chewy. Everybody say goodbye. All right. Chewy's going. All right. He is currently on tour with Shonda Pierce. That's right. Woohoo. And he for Christmas, he's going to be with Unspoken and Jason Crabb. He's authored 2 books, you guys. He's appeared on Huckabee. And now, of course, he wants to complete his resume and just make his career just catapult to the top. I don't know, whatever. All right. Are you ready? Please welcome to Talk is Cheap, Mickey Bell, everybody.
Yes, we are here. Finally. From my vision board to your computer. Talk is cheap. I've made it.
I knew it. I knew I was on someone's vision board.
Right there.
Yeah, and you made it. Can you imagine?
I don't know how I'm going to live tomorrow now.
I know. Well, now you'll probably still be high from just being on this show tonight. And let's see. Sue had said hi to you, but I wanted you to officially say hi to Sue.
Hey, Miss Sue. I hope that you are doing well tonight. Be sure to share this right now let everybody know that Talk is Cheap is online so they can join in the fun because evidently we're going to get high. So share the love.
And Lindsay says, "Hey, Mickey."
Hello, Lindsay. How are you? Hope you're doing well.
Oh, and Alice Green is here. She's here every week. She wants to say hi. Make sure, Alice, that you say hi to Mickey tonight.
Thank you, Alice.
Oh, Jonas will be on after he says, "I love me some Mickey Bell." That's how
me some Jonas.
Yes, that's how I think that Mickey, Mickey, I think that's how Jonas screams. I'm pretty sure that's what it looks like.
What? Give it to me again.
Doesn't it sound just like him?
That's him. That's what I hear every time I call him. So yeah.
Nailed it. All right. So here's Alice says she loves Jonas. She's here for Jonas, I think, tonight, but she is excited that you're here too. Both great men, she says.
She's just glad that you've got me in on the show. So that's wonderful. Thank you.
I know it.
Awesome.
And Jonas is wondering if your accent is real.
I'm wanting to know if Jonas's hair is real. So that way we can maybe answer both questions at the same time.
You got it. We'll see if we can do that. Hey, Sharon. Sharon's here all the way from Massachusetts.
What?
Yeah.
I'm going to be sure to talk slow, Sharon, so you can understand me.
So, Mickey, where are you from? Are you from the Nashville area?
Alabama.
Oh, Alabama.
Alabama.
Okay.
Yes, we work out of the Birmingham, Alabama market. And so that's where the thick accent comes from. And I either had a choice of becoming a weatherman, a news reporter, or a comedian. And my accent just went more toward the comedian because it was really hard with this accent for people to take me serious, for me to tell them that a tornado was coming. So I had to just go into comedy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's see. Alice says, we need to invite the Crab Brothers on. I'm sure. I saw Mickey during COVID.
Yeah. We did the COVID tour with Jason Crabb. So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Let's see. Is this where we break into the music? John, let me tell you, people that are on this show, I mean, new heights for their careers. I mean,
I've got people standing by right now, new agents, everything. I'm expecting to shut our social media down with this show right here.
It's probably going to happen. It's probably going to happen. Oh my goodness. So, what is your weather like right now, Mickey Bell?
Well, evidently it's nice because my neighbor, who has not mowed his yard in 2 months, has decided to now mow it while I'm live on with you. All I can hear is this little leaf blower going. But we've had some great weather. It's kind of turning. This is our 3 days of fall where we actually get a cool breeze before winter hits. So it's very nice outside.
Now, what's your winters like?
We usually have about 2 weeks of ice or potential ice, and then we're right back to heading in toward summer months.
Oh, well, yeah, you guys get ice storms, right? You have ice storms?
We do. We do.
We get snow, Mickey. I'm with Jonas in Rhode Island, not,
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah. So we get snow, and I don't like it. I don't know why I'm here but because I guess if I went somewhere else, my husband would probably get mad. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't really work for a marriage if you're like, I'm going to move to Florida. You know what I mean? He'd probably get upset. So.
Yeah, email me if you need me.
Yeah.
Try not to need me.
Exactly. Did you see little Chewy sleeping so soundly?
I did. I really wish I was Chewy right now, to tell you the truth. That would have been. And I think one show we all should do, the show from a bed like Chewy's, and everybody just lay across their bed and let's just let that be our Chewy cam.
That's not a bad idea. That's not
just
a bad idea.
A little doggy bed.
Yeah. Well, I think that was called the shutdown. I think that's
yeah, exactly. Exactly. We've already done that.
Yeah, we did that show. And
we called that show 2020, by the way, if you want to go back and look it up.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Oh my goodness. So you've been touring with Shonda?
Yes, we did a few weekends to get ready for the tour that actually kicks off this weekend.
Mhm.
Absolutely wonderful. Of course, when you're talking about 99% women and 3 men in the concert, I mean, it's great. A lot of energy. The people that
Yeah,
come to her concerts really want to be there, and it's a lot of fun. I'm just having a blast.
that's awesome. Yeah, a lot of fun. And a woman audience, I mean, I'm sorry, but they are the most awesome
They
audience.
are.
They are there to have fun and to laugh and it's a great crowd. It's a great crowd.
It is.
So,
It's a different atmosphere. I wasn't ready for it. People warned me. People tried to get me ready. But once I experienced it 2 nights in a row, I was like, I'm in. This is cool. I love this because you can say just about anything you want to. Because that's the
mhm,
hard part about doing clean comedy now is that where we used to be able to go with our clean comedy, you can't go now because everything's political. And
yeah,
so
yeah.
they think that you're, trying to choose a side and they try to block what you can say and what you can't say. But when you do those women events like that, you can say anything you want to. And it's just like, we don't care if we're sitting in church. So it's pretty cool.
No, I would. So whose accent is thicker? Is it yours or Shonda's, do you think?
Shonda's.
Yeah. I don't
Shonda's.
know. I
Well,
don't.
all right. I don't know about the accent. She's got that that pitch because
Mhm.
her voice goes up and it's in a pitch like that, and so that kind of enhances the accent. So I think, yeah, that was pretty close to it. I mean, I think Chewy moved on that one. I think that
Yeah,
was
yeah,
that tone
yeah,
that only Chewy could
yeah.
hear.
That's a. Do you have any pets yourself? Do you
I
have any
had
pets?
one. He left when my daughter got married. So now we're petless.
Petless.
So my wife is now my emotional support animal. So I can't get her to wear the vest in the airport, but other than that, she's very supportive and helps me with my anxieties.
Well, that's that's good. We all need that person or that pet. I have to have a pet and a person. So I need two. I need two. But you know
Still
what?
another
We have
two.
someone that's going to help us with some of our issues right now, and I'm going to
I'm
bring
excited.
her up right now. So I'm super excited about it. She's going to help us get ready for the fall.
Oh, I
Um,
love it.
I know. You may have heard her on Cat Country in the morning on 98.1 on the show with Brian and Kelly. She has a podcast called Coping on the Couch with Courtney and Brian. And you can reach her. She has an inspirational blog, CourtneyKelly.com. And of course, all the follows, Mickey's follows, as well as Courtney's, will be in the comments. So make sure you follow Mickey. If you're not following him, make sure you follow him, not to his house. We mean on social media because that's creepy. But Courtney's coming up. We can't wait. I know she has a little bit of laryngitis, which is my husband's
Ooh.
dream. All right, please welcome back Courtney Kelly.
And it's funny, it's my husband's dream too. He's like, oh, you can't talk so much right now. Oh, that's too bad.
Courtney, I think it's sexy though. Come on.
It's funny because some people were saying, oh, it's kind of sexy and sassy.
Yes.
I go, oh, well.
If you could
Yeah.
sing Smelly Cat right now, that would be huge.
Where's my guitar? I've been out. I couldn't do the radio this morning. I tried on Monday. I couldn't really get much out. And I'm off again tomorrow, but I said I'm sneaking in here and doing a little
Oh,
talk
look
of
at
sheep.
you.
Baby.
This is
Yes,
the show.
This is
Yeah.
the show.
that's
Um,
great.
So yes, the fall. I'm thinking,
Fall.
some things for us to do for mental health because I'm also a mental health therapist. So when you think of the fall, a lot of times we think of getting back to school, getting back to business after the summertime and kind of getting serious about things. But it's also a time where we feel a lot of comfort and nostalgia when you think about it, from like
Yeah.
childhood and the things we used to, some festive things that we do. So trying to take advantage of that so that it enhances your mood because, this is also the season that some of the, oh, hi, Alice, that some of the seasonal issues can happen, the seasonal affective disorder, where we have less sunlight, which means we're not making as much serotonin, so we don't have as much as a feel-good chemical, and we also can produce more melatonin, which makes us feel tired. So,
oh my goodness, this is
yeah.
all making sense. Okay. Oh my word. I'm telling
Right?
you. Yeah.
Now, when I did a segment in the wintertime, we talked all about that, things to
Yeah.
boost that. So it's kind of like I'm thinking for fall, be in anticipation, right? Thinking
Yes.
about a few things that we can do to kind of get into the season, feel good about it, and also boost our mental health. And so those were some of the tips that I sent, so we can, jump into those. But yeah, does that make sense though, with the fall?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And of course, one of the things that affect me too is when you're around, when it becomes fall, then all of a sudden the leaves start dying, and it's
Yep.
like everything seems to be kind of eerie and dark.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
you're right though, when that sun pops out though, not just the fact that it hits you, but the fact that you can see it, it does
Right.
really lift your spirits.
It really does. So I always encourage my clients, especially when the sun, when we get less of it, to just get out there when you can, like take a lunch break outside, take a quick walk, just get out there and get some of that, because it really does make a huge difference. And a lot of times we're not thinking of it until we're not getting enough, and then we're getting like kind of like lethargic, and kind of, and some people get more depressed and stuff like that. So keeping an eye out for that. But one of the things to boost your mood is planning things that you can look forward to, things that you can get excited about. So I'm thinking for the fall time, of course, there's lots of festive things we can do. So to get the calendar out and make a plan, because sometimes if we don't make the plan, like weeks go by and we're like, oh, I forgot to do that, I forgot to go for the hayride, or bring the kids out to something fun. So, really making a plan is the first thing, is like getting the calendar out and making a plan for some fall activities to look forward to. Because this is just a great time. There's a little chill in the air, but, but it really does make you feel, more alive, even if you're out in the chilly weather, but just bundle up, and it's a lot of fun. Another thing is creating like a small goal, not a huge thing that's going to be too overwhelming, but a small goal that you can do. Sometimes people think of the fall as like spring cleaning, but for the fall, like it's another time that we kind of get ready before we hunker down in the winter time. So thinking of a small goal, it could be something like, for the household that you're, cleaning the house, or something small, or like even your desk area, but something doable that you can feel an accomplishment, but not feel overwhelmed doing it. It could even be like, I'm going to reach out to an old friend that I keep putting off, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like something that's meaningful to you, but it's not too overwhelming, but you'll feel good when you accomplish it.
So should you do that maybe daily, have a little goal every day, or maybe have something that leads up to, like, if maybe it's a bigger thing, maybe take like
little chunks. Absolutely. Yeah. The point being that you want it to feel good, but not be like too daunting, right?
Yeah.
Because we got a lot of that in our life. In other areas. Yeah.
Oh, it just gets so like, it's like there's so much. It's like I have to do this and this and this, and instead of like, if I was to tell somebody else, I'd be like, break that down.
Break it down. Exactly. I talk to clients about 10-minute tasks, just 10 minutes.
Oh, that's good.
And if you want to go a little longer, you can. But if you don't, you're like, good, I did my 10 minutes. You know what I mean?
And celebrate those moments whenever you accomplish that. There's few that will come up and talk to us about their mental illness, their depression. And I'm like, just celebrate the fact that you got out of bed today.
Exactly.
Because there were some days that you couldn't get out of bed. So that's a win. So let's not look over that.
And then remember that later on too, because then you can say, remember that day, it was really hard, but I did that. And you get to win again. And so we have to prime our brains for that, because our brains have negativity bias. Our brains are always looking for what's not working, what's threatening to us, because it's trying to fix things. But that's not healthy to always do that. And we get consumed by that when we have anxiety and depression. So we have to work on the gratitude piece, on the what is working piece, like, and start to train your brain in that way. Because like I said, it's natural that it's going to look for the negative, but we also are able to look for the positive and kind of balance that out. So that's a great suggestion, though. That's a good idea. The other thing is comfort. This is a time when we can feel a lot of comfort, like I said, about that nostalgia and feeling good about that, but also creating an environment for yourself where you feel that comfort. And it could be just like picking out clothes that are comfortable to you instead of wearing, we wear stuff that we're like, I don't really like it, but it's, but like really find that comfort, find that blanket that you love, and, have a ritual that's comforting. Maybe like even just like a cup of tea before you go to bed, or
a Krispy Kreme donut.
Or Krispy Kreme.
I mean, there's
Oh,
nothing that hugs my soul like a Krispy
right.
Kreme donut.
Oh yeah, and a couple of them, man. That's like, whoa.
Could I please get a prescription for that from you
For that,
before we're
right?
done
So let me write
tonight?
that up for you. And
A
we'll add with
dozen a
Krispy
day.
Kreme.
A
Yeah.
dozen a day.
Little comfort. But yeah, it's important to really set that intention. Like think about it first and say, what do I need? What's good for my self-care? Because again, that's another thing that we just kind of forget. We're just running around doing things. I just read a statistic about how much on autopilot we all are. And it was like really surprising that we don't stop and make an intention for things. We just do things automatically and not think about it. And sometimes that's okay because we have to get things done in our life. But we also need to stop and really think about what we need and what will help us to feel comfortable. And the other thing I wanted to mention is coping. If there's coping skills that some, maybe you need some new coping skills, or you want to shake up an old one. Maybe you love to run, maybe you need to go running outside, or you want to try a different area or go hiking somewhere you haven't hiked before. That kind of thing. Oh, journaling daily. Oh, I'm reading that. Doing devotions. Yes, that helps a lot. A lot of times people love the affirmations, reading those each day. There's a ton of stuff online too. You can get those like text messages daily of affirmations. I have clients who will get those, and it's another reminder to help your brain to start looking at things a little differently, and to take a pause in your day, like a little mental health pause. It could just be 30 seconds, it could be a minute, to just be intentional and check in with yourself. Like, I'll say to my clients, check in, what's your emotional temperature? Like, how are you feeling? Can you handle this next thing? Or do you need to take a break before you go do something else because, you're feeling a little stressed? So I think that's the most important thing, is just being more intentional and checking in. And that's what at fall time, it's nice at the change of seasons, because I think we're more cognizant of change and things happening. So we can kind of like, start up some habits during that time too. So, but yeah, I think those might be helpful as far as, getting into this new season, and getting the most out of it too. Having fun with it.
What is one of the things? So if I'm sitting here, and of course I battle depression myself.
Yeah.
I'm very open about it on stage. We talk about it a
Mhm.
lot. What are some of the ways that, if we've got family members that are watching,
Yeah.
that they know they have members of their family that are close to them,
Mm.
how can they reach out to make sure that some of their family members are implementing some of these things to where they're being encouragement, instead of
Right.
making that individual feel like you're just beating them over the head with something?
Right. And, giving that validation and being empathetic and saying, hey, even if they don't understand when people struggle with anxiety, depression, and different and mood issues and stuff, to say, hey, I can imagine this has got to be really hard. Like, really, have that empathy for someone, give them a space to be able to talk about it instead of injecting what you think that they should do.
Mhm.
Because a lot of times people are well-meaning and have good intentions, but they'll say, oh, this is what you need to do, or oh, it's no big deal, or you should feel this way. And say, you know what, just do more listening than talking.
Come
And
on.
then say, hey, you know what, I was listening to this podcast, or hey, I was listening to this show, Talk is Cheap, or there was a segment on, and just kind of work something in there and just say, hey, you deserve to get some help around this, or get more support around it, or have you talked to your therapist about certain
Yeah.
things?
And I
So
think understanding, for everyone to understand what you talked about when you first opened this segment,
yeah.
and that is understanding that everything from the weather to
Hmm.
sunshine
Oh yeah.
to the whole fall, winter months, that
Mhm.
has an effect on things. And we need
Absolutely.
everyone to understand that it's not just a tragedy that's happened in someone's life, but all
Right.
of these factors contribute to that. And you need to understand
Absolutely.
that as the seasons change,
Mhm.
emotions are going to change as well.
Absolutely, because sometimes people think, oh, it's because of somebody had a trauma, or somebody had something that you can see, like they lost someone, or they went
Mm.
through a hard time. Well, those can contribute, and those can add to stress factors, and those can definitely, flare things up. But there's also, yeah, all sorts of things. And if people aren't taking care of their self care, they'll say, well, I'm not sleeping enough, but that's all right. Well, I'm like, no, if you're not sleeping enough, you're not taking, these are basic things, but they're so important. You're skipping meals, you're running around for other people, not paying attention to yourself. You're not paying attention to how the seasons change and how it affects you. Sometimes even just talking about that to someone, they go, Oh, yeah, I just realized that.
Mm,
Why is that always a
Yeah.
hard month for me?
Yeah.
Oh, and just having that realization helps them to anticipate and make a new plan. And I'll say, like, when's a hard time for you? Sometimes it's like anniversaries of loss or
mm,
anniversaries of things or birthdays of. So I'll say, okay, we know that's coming up. What do we need to do to get you more support, to get you, what do you need? And, just helping someone like that, as a friend, as a family member, just taking that time to say, hey, how's it going? What do you need? Can I help you with anything? Sometimes they just need to get it out and know that they're understood and not judged, because that's why a lot of people won't talk about it. They feel judged. So if we can just have more understanding, I think that would make a
Oh,
huge
that's good.
difference. Yeah,
That
yeah.
is good. And
Mhm.
and people will say things like, you should already be over it by now. Well, we've got new
uh,
contributing factors
Yes.
that have
And
been
also
added on
it's
top of that.
right. It's individual, right? I mean,
Mhm.
like you can't say like I could go through something and have a different experience than somebody else because of what
yeah,
everybody's made up a little differently. So we can't judge one another and say, and I'll even have clients judge themselves and say, I shouldn't be feeling this way. So and so went through something and they're over it and I should be. No, pain is pain is pain. And
Mhm.
yes, we can learn from each other. Yes, we can support one another, but we also have to validate one another and say, it's not always the same for everybody. We can't just put a time frame. People say, how long will this take for me to get through this? And I'm like, I'm so sorry to tell you, but I can't tell you. Like,
I could
we
make a
don't
lot of
know.
money if I knew.
I know,
yeah,
because they're like, I don't want to feel this way. When will this be fixed? And I'm like, this
yeah.
isn't how it works. So having to kind of educate people about that. And, like I said, it's individual. So, but I think we can all use our story to inspire each other and help each other. And if we're going through a rough time, I like to think about, hey, think about the things that help you so that when this is a template for helping the next person who's going through a hard time. You may share something or they may share something with you that's like, oh, they get it, or I can really help them, and that's really meaningful. So that's why we just want people to talk more about it, because like I said, a lot of people kind of suffer on their own, and we don't
That
we
is
don't
so
want that.
good. That is so
So
good. That's good stuff.
That's
so
good.
yeah,
Yeah, have a check-in buddy. Share
not a
the
check-in
support.
buddy.
That's good.
Yeah.
Too.
Share the
Yeah, that's
support.
good.
It's also good for accountability too. When you have
Mhm.
I'll have people say, hey, check in with your friend. Maybe there's something you want to do. It's a little hard, but if you're checking in with somebody, you'll do it. A little challenge or whatever, or just asking for that support. So that is good. Have a check-in buddy. Yeah.
And it's not easy either to ask for support all the time, because
No.
I know, like with me, sometimes if I'm feeling down, it's like, oh, I don't want to bother them, you know.
Right.
But
We
I
often
think.
have that running through our head. Yeah.
Mhm,
And if we
mhm.
can just say, hey, just getting a little support, and then you know what, the other person feels more open to be able to get some support from you sometime, because it gives
Absolutely.
permission. So, but yeah, it can be hard. But Mickey, I like what you said about your wife being your emotional support. I was laughing when you said that. So she's very good at that, and
She knows.
she
Well, the
wears the
thing,
best well.
well, I think the one thing that really helped our marriage with everything we've been through, and that's a completely another show. But one of the things that really helped us was when we understand the dynamics of when she's down, I can be the one that's up to lift her up. And when I'm
Right,
down, she can be the one that lifts me up. And so that
right,
takes the pressure off of me of having to be on all the time. And
Yeah.
that takes
right.
the pressure off of her of thinking I've got to be strong all the time. And there will be
Hmm.
times where she'll look at me and she'll go, okay, I need you to be strong right now because I'm not. Or I can look
Right.
at her and say, it's not a good time. I
This
need you to
is
be strong.
yeah.
And so, and that kind of is that check-in buddy, of
Hmm.
course, we're in the same room, but we're in that situation to where we're starting to really understand how to be there for each other. And
Right.
I hate to admit that it took so long for us to figure that out, but once we did, it's made things a lot easier
That's
to
awesome.
be able to know that you've got that person that you can
Yep.
trust to just simply say, you know what, I'm not all there today. I'm not
Yeah.
feeling it. I
Yeah.
don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to go to
Mhm.
church. She goes, yeah, but you're the pastor. You've got to. So there's just things that, that she
That
is
you
going to tell
yeah,
me to kick me into gear. And it's
right.
just really good to have that.
That's awesome. And that takes a vulnerability, but vulnerability is strength to openly say, hey, listen, I'm struggling. And when I tell, because people say, no, being vulnerable, that's weak. No, it's not, because that takes a strength to be able to open up and say that and say, and when you find your person and you're able to open up like that, it can become amazing. But we have
Yes.
to work through those. There's barriers there because we don't, we think we're not supposed to do that. Shouldn't have to do that, like all this stuff. It's like, get all that thinking. We have to challenge all of that thinking and say, hey, this makes us stronger when we're together and we're open about it together. So you guys, that's awesome. And it takes as long as it takes. So, I'm glad that you're there,
And it does save money on therapy. Now I have to buy her shoes every now and then to compensate. So I'm still trying to weigh that out. And the shoes are not tax deductible like the
I was going to say,
psychologist is.
does she like really high-end shoes?
And
Oh my
bags.
goodness.
Oh,
Courtney,
yeah.
Courtney, so great tips as always. Thank you
Yes.
so
Great to
much.
be
I know
here.
you were feeling a little
I
icky
know. I
today.
said, I'm sorry, Rhonda. I'm not going to be like the best with my voice, but I did take
Oh
some
my
cold
gosh.
medicine. I feel like it's a little better than it was earlier. So
Well,
I was
Good,
trying to
because
be
you
tip-top.
were our check-in buddy, so we're glad you showed up. So
Exactly. I got to show up.
we would have been a mess without
the show would have gone downhill.
Right
right
down.
down. Yes.
I mean, we're
But
going to
thank
Jonas
you.
next, so we
Yes,
needed
Jonas.
you. We needed you.
It was awesome, though. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it. I
Always.
couldn't find the link. I was like, where's the link? I got to get on. So thank
We
you for
got
sending me the
you.
link.
We got you. Oh my goodness. Alice says, get better, Courtney. We
Yes.
love you, Courtney. Make sure you come back and visit again. We'll
I
need
will.
you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you.
All
Take care,
right.
you guys.
Bye. You
See
guys
ya.
make sure you're following Courtney. Bye.
See ya.
Wasn't that awesome? Oh.
That's some good stuff right there. And just great reminders that we need to know.
Mhm. Definitely. I love having humor on the show, but I also love to have some kind of information that someone can walk away with. And Courtney's a regular on here. We make sure we keep her in the mix because she definitely keeps gives us some great information, and we need the reminders. Even if we've heard something again, we need the reminders. So awesome.
I just think the biggest thing I heard in that was, for people who may be in the comment section right now and they may not personally be going through depression and they may not personally be fighting an anxiety, but just being able to understand how easy the weather can play on a person's emotions. Just if every person can just understand that in dealing with their friends and family, that was worth the entire show.
Oh yeah, definitely. I love that. Just to get out for 5 minutes, you know what I mean? Just if it's the sun's out, just to get some fresh air. That was good. All right, let's bring him up. Full-time recording artist for 17 years. I think it's probably 18 years. This is probably an old guard. I don't know, 19. He's been, did you hear the song, the intro song? That's Jonas.
I
Isn't
did.
that awesome? For my show, he wrote it. He really did it, but it just fit. So anyway, he travels with his family doing concerts from coast to coast and overseas. He has 2 boys. He has 1 wife, which is a good thing. And I don't even know how many times he's been on this show, but he was on our very first show.
Really?
Jonas was on our very first show. And now he's on our 139th show. Please welcome back.
Yes.
Jonas Woods, everybody.
Yes.
I don't know. No, I can't. That's right. No, I'm actually live right now. No, I gotta go. Okay, guys. No, tell everybody I said hey. All right.
Hey,
I love you too, bro.
Jonas.
I'm sorry.
Tell Bonnie
God,
you'll get back to her. Tell Bonnie you'll get back to her.
it was Bono. The
Was it
guys are always you know what I mean? It's annoying actually. You think it's like, oh, it's so cool. It's not as cool as you think. Anyway. Wow.
Oh
that was
goodness.
so
That was great
fortuitous that you would call me.
So yes, the best intro song ever. I sing it all the time. I sing it too, June. I sing it too. Oh, Alice is loving you. She loves you, and she wants to say hi to your family. And she met you,
Hey,
Weymouth. Say
Alice.
hi to
I know
Alice.
Alice.
Of course, you know Alice. Come on now.
Yeah, who doesn't know Alice?
So Jonas, we were just talking before we came on. We actually got to see each other this summer in person, right? Face to face.
Yeah.
At Hope Fest, and I was hoping
It made such an impact on his life.
It was.
Yeah,
Well, you
we
know
We
what
did.
did
was
actually.
really
We
nice?
really
I
did.
actually got to meet Becky.
She's real. I know.
She's real. She is real. I was like, "Are you sure, Jonah? She's really kind of
I
sweet and
know.
gorgeous. Are you?" I didn't know if
Yeah,
yeah, but
I
she's
know.
a real person, and
She is.
She's real.
she's pretty awesome. I have to
She's
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, she's okay, you know. So that's been
she's okay.
it's been 21 years for us, you know.
That's a
So
great anniversary card. Hey, baby, you're okay.
You're okay.
you are like the okayest wife.
You're so
After
great.
20 years, baby, you're okay.
Yeah, I'm
I'm sticking
surprised
with it.
you're not making Hallmark movies or writing cards.
I-
Let's see. Let's see. Sharon says, "Welcome back." And I don't think you
nice.
can adopt him. I think you
Wow.
Oh
already
wow.
You can
once.
sponsor him for $39 a month, but I don't
Yeah,
know
you
if
could.
that's
Can
part of
you
the show
can
or
you
not.
block him from talking? That's my dad, right?
That isn't it. So what have you been up to, my friend? What have you been up to?
I have been. Somebody's literally calling my phone. Okay.
Yeah, I know and they shouldn't because you're obviously using your phone and it just like
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know technology. So the fact that I'm here is actually miracle number one. Let's be clear. I have been doing a lot actually. Becky and I had been. We actually took time off because we were thinking we were going to build a house. How silly, foolish that is. And we realized that as musicians, you know, they love giving out loans to us because our income is so stable and
right.
consistent.
Yes.
And so, anyway,
At least
so
you have a category.
yeah.
At least you have a category.
Oh
What do
my
you do,
words.
Mickey?
Yeah.
Comedy.
You know, we don't tell the IRS anyway. So so we took some time off thinking, well, surely we're going to be in this house. And no, not yet. So I decided to open up to booking, and the booking actually really went kind of nutso on us. So we're getting ready to go on tour this next year with a friend of mine, Ricky George from Maine, and it's actually kind of bananas. So right now we're almost just taking the season to do some local stuff and then
Yeah.
prepare ourselves for hitting the road again. You know.
Where are you going to be going? Do you have
Yeah, it's where we're going. Literally everywhere. In fact, there's only 2 states I haven't been to: Alaska and Hawaii. And on this trip, we'll check them off the list. So I'm psyched.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm really
dude,
excited.
that is so
Yeah.
cool.
The Lord has been calling me to Hawaii for a long time, and I just have not been able to pull it off. It's just,
Been trying to drum up support.
yeah. Side note: one of my best friends took a position as a music pastor in Hawaii, and when he got the position, I called him and I was like, "Did you pray about that?" And he goes, "Of course I prayed about it." And I called him a liar. I called him a liar to his
Yeah.
face. Not his face, unfortunately, because I'd never been to Hawaii. But whatever. Remedying that this trip. So
That
That's
is so
great.
cool.
yeah,
Did
I
you
think so.
did you pray about that? About going to Hawaii? Yeah.
No,
Okay.
God already said go into all the world. He didn't have
That's
to.
true. He did. That's so
He's
true.
following the command.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh, we pray about everything.
Of course you do. So let me ask you, have you missed being on the show? I mean, you're on every week because we hear your song and
Yeah.
then we hear the song at the end. You're in the outro, you're in the intro,
Right.
so you're all with us.
I know, and my lawyers have not yet been able to stop that, so that's disheartening. But I think, but no, I actually really do love coming on here. It's fun. I think it's wild that this is 130.
39, 139,
139.
139, and you were on our very first episode.
It was awesome. I'm 39. That's pretty cool. I'm not,
Wow.
but it's fun.
Oh my gosh, me too.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I was looking at all the pictures in the open and all those great guest hosts and guests, and I'm sitting here going, why am I here?
Yeah.
Trying to figure it out.
I'm running out of
that
people.
part.
No, I'm kidding.
Evidently, none of them were available.
I know I've had amazing guests on my show. I really have. And now I add you to that you will be up on the wall. Like we have, if you've noticed, on the Talk is Cheap on my comedy page, I have the whole talk is cheap. This is a card, actually, but this is only over 110 guests, and now I have over 130 guests.
Wow.
Yeah. Can you imagine that? Actually, we've had over 220 guests on this show, and
Wow.
that's for one time. They've obviously, like with Jonas, he's been on numerous times, but yeah, can you imagine that? That's crazy.
You've got to be a millionaire by now. That's pretty cool. I mean,
Gotta
really.
be.
The thing
That's what
is
I figure.
I make nothing from the show. I lose money, but I
You missed out
started
on an
it during the
opportunity.
pandemic because everyone was help, and I've just it's just been wonderful because it gives comedians a platform, and poor little lowly artists like yourself, Jonas.
Poor little lowly. He's going to Hawaii. Poor little lowly. He's going to Hawaii.
I need more. I can't just go to Hawaii for a couple of days, people.
I
Let's
mean,
book
there
it
are
up. You know
people
what I mean?
cussing him right now because he's going to
know.
Hawaii.
I know.
It's been a tough. It's been a struggle, guys.
Marisol,
You know how many people-
how are you, Marisol? She said congratulations. She said congratulations to you.
You know
I
how
guess.
many people are going to rewind this video just to see if you say that friend's name that's in Hawaii so they can start searching?
I
Did he say his name? Did he say his name? Go back and listen. Go back and
Where
listen.
was it?
We'll
What
listen
was
to
the name of the
this.
church?
What was his name?
What was the name of the
contact?
church again?
I know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes, June
Oh
Colson.
man.
Amazing guest and the best scorekeeper ever. And speaking of the scorekeeper, you know what time it is, right?
It was the time.
It's
I'm
time.
nervous about this.
It's time.
I've been training. Okay, that's why I'm in my living room.
I mean,
How snazzy is that, huh?
That was
That was
fancy.
pretty snazzy.
Not gonna-
Yeah,
that's pretty
we're
cool.
fancy now, Jonas. It's not like
The first episode where I had to sing the jingle, that was good.
yeah.
yeah, that's it. No, we're fancy. And now, so it's time for You've Got Game. And today our game is Board of Games because I didn't know we'd have a title card, but that's what the game is. And it's going to be on classic board games. And let's see if you know your games. I hope so. I hope so, you guys. I really do. But I wouldn't be able to do this game if I didn't have the fancy smancy scorekeeper.
Oh,
Yeah. Please welcome the scorekeeper.
nice.
Wow.
The scorekeeper doesn't feel any better, just blind because they looked
Wow.
at the sun. You're not supposed to look into the sun. You're supposed to go out in the sun.
Nice.
You have Shonda's tour bus.
Double decker,
Yeah.
man. That's when you hit it. That's
That's
serious.
when you got. If you're with Shonda, you got to have a double decker.
Almost there. I need more than a roof, but I'm getting there.
Well, of course, Alice loves the scorekeeper. Loves.
No, Alice loves the sky
Loves the
keeper.
Skyer keeper. Let's
She
be
loves
clear.
the sky keeper.
Oh, the scorekeeper. I can't see because it's like this big on my screen. And so Mickey, you got this.
Listen, this is taking me back to my days of being bullied in high school because
You
of
ready?
sporting activities. Oh,
Scared? Listen.
All
All
right.
right. So listen. Do you remember how to type in your answer? Can you type in what are you on? That sounds like
Me?
you're on something. Are you on a phone or are you on a laptop or can you type your answer in is what I'm
We're
asking.
talking
Who,
about
me in the
medication?
private chat?
Yeah, no, in the where you change your name.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I can do this. Yep.
Okay, you can do that. Okay, so you know how to do that, right, Mickey? We went over that, didn't we?
We didn't, but I'm learning it right now.
We didn't. All right.
Click
so
on the three little dots, and then you can
Yep.
change your name. Edit your name.
Where you change
Edit
your name,
name.
say edit name,
Boom.
and then you
Okay.
hit save. Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Scorekeeper is keeping score. You guys who are in the audience, we want you to play along. This is a fun game. All right. So what we're going to do is we are going to show you an image. That image is going to be of a game. And so what I want you to do is just write the game down in your little section there where your name is
Okay.
usually.
All
All right. You got
Got it.
this. No problem. And it's not going to be hard. These are classic games. Classic games. All right. The scorekeeper is currently using tiles to spell out. I don't know what it's going to spell out, but when you spell them all out, you win, I guess. I don't know. And you know what you're playing for? Do
Did I
you
get
even
it?
know? You are playing for the very, very coveted Rhonda Curry Comedy Hand Sanitizer.
Yes!
100% clean comedy, 100% clean and sanitized hands. This prize is valued at $5,500. Okay,
That's awesome.
I know.
Wow. I shower in that stuff.
I know. You should. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Cheap shot.
so-
All right.
So ready.
Okay. All right. Please put up the first image, Alex.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Easy one. Who has
Oh,
not
okay.
played that game? I
Got
see
this.
some dye there. There's a cup. It looks like a score
Do we
pad.
have to spell it correctly?
No,
Yeah.
spelling doesn't
Good.
count. No, spelling doesn't count. We don't like to.
You have the Jewish spelling, but it's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm,
It's cool.
I'm more German. Yeah, I'm more German. Yahtzee! Yahtzee!
Okay, let's see who
That's a
put
good
what.
game, yeah.
All right. Tom said Yahtzee, and so did Alice, and so did Sue and Sharon. Come on now. All right.
Sharon.
The correct answer is absolutely Yahtzee.
Woo!
That's right. Okay.
That felt good.
So far we have a tied score. Oh, look at that little Yahtzee game right there. It's a little computerized Yahtzee game. Scorekeeper, I don't know. The scorekeeper has like loads of. I think the scorekeeper is a hoarder. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned.
I'm going to talk to Courtney. My
It
brain
feels
is-
more like a shrine. Like it's uncomfortable. I've seen this in movies.
Yes. Yep. It's a shrine to talk is cheap, is what it is.
That's a brain.
All right.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
That is a
concerned.
brain. All right. Are you ready for your next image?
Yes.
Here we go.
All right. Let's go.
Oh Lord.
Look at the
My
bubbling.
name-
Oh
is-
yeah, that's a good game. I missed that game.
Oh, yeah. All right, guys in the audience, what do you think it is? And what do you think it is then, Mickey? All right. Are you ready?
No. No.
Okay. Mickey thinks it's Parcheesi.
I can't remember what it was.
That's because you're in trouble. Oh, which is what Jonah said. Let's see. Marisol said it is trouble.
Yes.
And Sue thinks
agree.
it's Sue said sorry. And
Oh, it could be sorry. No, it's
No,
not
it's
sorry.
not.
Alice
Is
said
it sorry?
trouble or sorry.
No.
You can't pick two, Alice.
Sorry's
You
got
pick
those funny little.
Yeah, sorry. Eesh.
Robert says it's sorry. And
Nope,
Sharon
he's wrong.
said it's trouble. The correct answer is. That was my drum. Sounds amazing, right? And I did that like just right on the spur of the moment. It's like
It's impressive.
wow.
I'll
Yeah,
tell
Improv.
you.
by next
All right.
week, there'll be an animation for that.
There might be. I don't want to promise the audience stuff I
Yeah.
can't deliver. But the correct answer is absolutely trouble.
Yes.
Jonas. And
Can I just admit that I've never heard of that game?
It's a great game,
Is it?
actually.
that was for
Yeah.
you. Did you hear the buzzer? You got the bad buzzer. That's sad. Okay. And John,
Trouble.
John,
of course.
everybody
John
already
knows.
said it was trouble. Come on now. All right. Anyway. All right. You ready?
Yeah. Hold on.
All right, Alex. Oh.
Ooh, okay.
All right. Have you played this game? The name is erased, obviously, so that you won't know what it is, but you pick a card and then you have to do something. You have to do something. There's cards, there's papers there, there's a board.
Oh,
All
you
right.
know what? I'm wrong. Should I correct it? Do I have time, or should I just leave it? I
Hurry
should
up,
leave it.
hurry up. All right,
Ooh.
so you
Am I
both
wrong?
said it's Pursuit, Trivial Pursuit. Let's see. Alice Green said it is Pictionary.
See, that's what I'm thinking. I think it might be Pictionary.
John said it is Clue.
John.
John doesn't have a
Has
clue.
never seen it before.
You know?
Robert said it is Trivia.
I don't know.
And Sue said it is Pictionary.
Ooh.
And the
Okay.
correct
That's
answer
making me nervous now.
It's Pictionary. isn't
is
it?
Pictionary. So you both are. You're both wrong. Sad. That's right. It's Pictionary, you guys.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Are
my
you-
word. My word that's a Hebrew word for Pictionary.
Pursuit.
If you will go to seminary, you will find out that pursuit is Hebrew for Pictionary.
Hmm.
And
That's interesting.
I think lying is
That's-
one of the commandments too, that you just broke.
Yeah. He's not good as he's. I tried to do an accent, but I stopped myself.
What accent was that you were trying?
I actually was going to come on here and fake an accent and be like, I mean, obviously Mickey fakes an accent. We all do it. It's how we do it.
Yeah.
I am. I'm faking an accent right now. Okay. Are you ready? Now you got to get this next one. This is a classic. Everybody, I think, in the whole world has played this game. Okay. Ready, Alex? All right. First of all, these are just some pieces from the game. These are some classic pieces from the game. It's not even the whole game, but you should get it just by looking at these pieces. And everybody always had a famous, a favorite.
Yahtzee.
You both said, you're correct now. You both said Monopoly.
Is it Yahtzee again?
Is it Little People?
It's Little People USA.
Little People?
Tom Hoy said it's Yahtzee, and so did Alice. So did Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer.
What's with
Sue
this
said
Andy
it was
Forrester guy?
Monopoly. And so did John. And so did June. And so did Robert. Billiard.
Andy.
Andy Forrester is one of my favorite comedians, and a favorite on Talk is Cheap. And he's very silly, but he's hysterical.
I think he's serious, though. I'm concerned about Andy.
I'm always concerned about Andy, but that's ridiculous. Marisol said it was Monopoly. And guess what, you guys? You're right. It's absolutely Monopoly. Whoops. Yay. That
I'm telling
was really
you.
good. Okay. So all right. Have you ever done this? I wish my brother was watching because he would know that I have I've played Monopoly and I have flipped the board when I was little. When I was younger, have you ever flipped the board playing a game because you have a temper? Okay, just me, whatever. All right, no big deal. All right,
We get the therapist back, but
I know we do. You're back.
Do not play Monopoly during the winter months.
exactly.
Don't play Monopoly.
Yes.
I think that's where I went wrong.
Your
I
checking
think
buddy needs to
where
be
I
with
went wrong.
you.
I was raised independent fundamental Baptist. Every time we won, we had to tithe. So it was bad.
Yeah.
I kept running out of those pink tithes.
Well, every time you landed on Park Place, and
We had to
10%
tithe,
of that. Okay.
We had to build churches.
He flips the kids when he's losing, and that is grounds for arrest.
DCYF.
Anyway,
That's what
okay.
I'm saying. Yeah.
All right, are you ready? And then I will
So
do the
ready.
commercial for this one next. All right.
The commercial. I'm excited
I
about
will
this.
do
I don't know
the
what that is.
commercial for this. I wonder if my brother saw it. I sent him the commercial. I looked it up and I sent him like the commercial. This is how sad it was. The commercial was in black and white.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that's how old this game is. All right, you guys, do you have it? Are you ready? Okay. And you both said Operation. And let's see what our audience said. Tom said it's Operation. So did Robert and Sue and Alice. And I'm not
good.
up Andy Forrester.
Sinner.
He is so bad. Oh my gosh, Jennifer.
You can't call it Playgirl anymore, can you?
Operation. And I'm just not.
We're just leaving it. But it did make me wonder. It made me double take because I'm like, was it?
It did.
I don't know.
I was
I wouldn't
second
even
guessing
know.
my answer.
I wouldn't know.
All right. Yes, the absolute answer is. Have you never played this game? So the commercial back in the day, there was first it was a little boy who was like, take out. He picks the card up. Take out Funny Bone. And then they laugh. And then the girl says, the girl picks up the card and says, and everybody said this saying, everybody who knew this game, because you guys are younger than me, whatever, would say, take out wrenched ankle, just like that. And she took it out, and then she didn't get the buzzer, and then she went, ha, ha, ha. So we all used to say that commercial.
Wow.
And if anybody knows, don't judge Andy, pray for him, said Alice. My gosh, this is like way too funny. Anyway, so you're welcome for that reenactment of the commercial. And
That was
I can
spot on.
see you're enthralled right now. And it's
Made
probably
me want to go by the game.
I figured as much. I'm sorry, it's the talent. It oozes out of me. What can I
That's
say?
so cool.
All right, are you ready for this next game?
Oh yeah.
Andy, stop. Just stop. I can't read your comments ever again. Okay, ready? All right, Alex.
Yes.
All right. Ooh, see the little wheel there, and there's a
what is this game? I know this game.
And it actually had a song that went with it.
Oh wow.
No, that's not it.
All right, I think I know. Hold on.
All right, yeah, bring it up. Bring it up so we can see it. I loved that little spinner thing. So it was really good. All right.
I might be off. I can't.
You might be off, you think?
Quite recall.
All right. So Mickey said it's life, and Jonas is Dungeon and Dragon. Oh my God.
Well, I thought I was on a roll. I was confident.
You are amazing. Let's see.
Took me a second to figure out how to spell dungeon. That was my
Mary. Hi, Mary. Mary says it's a game of life. The game of life. Da da da. When you play the game of life, something like that. I don't know. That just sounded like the Brady Bunch theme. I don't know.
okay.
I don't know.
That is the new song.
Marsha.
Okay,
I don't know. Like I'll look it up later and I'll sing it for you. Okay.
That's what we're looking for.
I know. And life in prison. If you lose, that's what happens.
Yeah.
And life and no, Andy, he's so bad. Life. I am not. I just can't.
Hubert.
He's so bad. You should see when he's on the show. I have no control. I have no control over him. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That's the wheel. Tell a joke. That's my wheel. It's the Venmo Rhonda. Oh, I like that wheel.
I need to modify that wheel.
Impersonate Rhonda. You have the wheel. Look at, oh my gosh, that's hysterical. All right. So the whole thing is Mickey was right and Jonas was wrong. I just like that. All right. Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
This is fun, isn't it? All right. Go ahead, Alex.
Better than a colonoscopy.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, wait a minute.
What is that?
Wait a dang minute. Okay.
I hate this game. I'll tell you that. I hate it. Yes, I hate it.
I don't know what that is.
You do know what this is?
Yes, you do.
Do I?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You do.
Did I guess it a while ago?
You might.
Is it my German word?
Yes.
Do you want the Hebrew translation or the real word?
Exactly.
All right. Is it Trivial Pursuit or Pursuit? And let me see what the audience says. Trivial Pursuit. I hate this game so much. It is trivia. I always get stupid questions about sports and everything else that I don't know about. Trivial Pursuit.
Yeah.
I like word games. What's your favorite kind of game to play? Pyramid scheme.
Favorite
Pursuit.
kind of game?
Yeah, like if you're like you're picking out a board game, what do you want to play? Do you guys
You know
play
my
board?
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
My go-to game on the road because it's easy to do in the bus is categories. I like this
Oh,
with categories.
it's my favorite game. That's my
It's mine
favorite
too.
game.
Yep.
It is my absolute favorite game.
The
That.
new game we've been doing is that heads up game.
Oh, you like
Oh
that? We
yeah.
have that.
Where they
Yeah.
put the on top
Yep.
of your head. And
Yeah, yeah.
you look like you're putting the image of the beast up on the forehead. And
You just It's perfectly. It's just lining up.
it's just like it.
Extra PT for full name Jonas for full name. Oh, nice.
Oh, that's the point for saying Trivial Pursuit instead of the Hebrew version of the game. Okay.
That's good.
All right,
I'm
let's
sorry, I'm more spiritual than y'all are.
Yes, you are. You are. You're like the Holy Spirit Junior. Okay, ready?
Oh,
What's the next one?
Wow. That's gonna
Wow.
go in the next. That's in your next promo.
that makes it cheaper.
All right.
Oh, I like this game. Yes. Sneakily didn't put the
In the name.
parts or the playing parts because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I like the editing job. Whoever's doing the editing, well done.
My son did the editing. Alex did the editing because if I did it, there would be like an X on it. All right, Mickey, come on. Take a guess. Come on, Mickey.
See, my parents loved me and they played games like this with me a lot when I was a kid.
All right, let's see. Our audience says, let's see what our audience says.
We went for Parcheesi
Darren
again.
said
That's a
It
choice.
was sorry.
Eventually, she's going to show it so I can get a point.
Yeah.
Robert said it's Parcheesi.
My father can't spell Parcheesi. Is that how you spell it?
Spelling doesn't count. Tom said it is sorry, or he is sorry. I don't know if he's apologizing.
I don't
or
know
he's
if they're apologizing for me or if that's just,
sorry. You all are forgiven, except for Mickey. He's not because he got it wrong. Parcheesi is his go-to answer. Like go-to.
I'm not laughing at you. Actually, you're a comedian, man. I mean, it's kind of part of the.
I totally am. Anyway, I'm sorry. This is all. Sometimes I do the show for me. Basically, it's for me. It's just, I have nothing, and this is what I do. Okay, let's do one more. We got to do one more.
Okay. All right.
One. I've already gone overtime every single week. All right, ready?
What's
Go
time
ahead,
really
Alex.
but a construct
what is time?
of our
What is
imagination?
time? That's so profound. Okay. Let's
Oh,
see. I love this
yeah.
game. It's fun. I haven't
I
played it in a long
loathe this game with a fiery
Do you?
passion. Oh, I do. I hate this game so much.
Is it Parcheesi?
Yeah, it is. But you got to spell it right with the hyphen
Yeah.
and the comma.
It's Parmesan cheese.
Yep.
That's what it is. All right.
All right, I'm going to take a shot. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Reveal. Let's see what our audience says. You both said it's Clue. The baby says something. Wait a minute or something.
Whoa.
You see it?
Barry
I didn't see
said
it was so
Clue.
fast.
Sue said Clue. Jennifer said Clue. Zelda.
Zelda.
Clue. Everybody, you guys, everybody's doing great on this.
All right,
Nice,
Jonas,
Tom.
is Clue the one where
Right.
you say like the somebody did it in the library or like
Yes.
Yeah.
Colonel Mustard did it in the
Colonel
kitchen with a
Mustard, that's what
gun,
it was.
Tom said.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yes.
But yeah, it's not a game for me. You know what I mean?
I haven't played it in a long, long time, but I loved that game. All right, you both are absolutely correct. We're going to have the scorekeeper tell us who is the winner. All right, scorekeeper. Let's see. Let's bring the scorekeeper up here to give us the final results. Talk is. So it looks like Jonas is The winner. Let's give it up for Jonas.
Oh God, I can't. It's always too much for me to bear. I can't.
Wow, that's amazing, Jonas. We're so proud of you. That's wonderful.
Thank you, guys. Hey, look, I don't want to brag, but
But you will.
I'm used to winning. You know what I mean? It's a thing.
Yeah.
Good.
All it means is that you had no friends and you had to sit at home and play board games with your parents.
That's right. That's true.
Jonas home. Almost there.
I'm almost there. This is my house. I was just kidding. My stage, my kids, they leave.
Do you
it.
always have a stage in your living room?
Yeah, it's in my living room. My wife loves it when I sing her to sleep.
So funny. That's so funny. All right, you guys, we have to see who's going to be on our show next Tuesday. Alex, next
It's
Tuesday.
Bob.
Oh
It's
my
not
goodness.
Bob.
My guest host will be the very, very funny Chris Tab, everybody. Chris Tab. And
Nice,
joining
nice.
him will be Mike Murray, my friend. Just he's crazy, Mike Murray. Actually, he is my co-host. We co-host the Clean Open Mic at Park Place Cafe in Cranston. So if you're around, and we're going to be having some tips from Marissa Ashton, some photography tips. So you might want to join us next week, you guys, 7:30 Eastern time on the Rhonda Curry Comedy Facebook page or YouTube page. That's right. We're also all the repeats you can watch on Roku on the Creative Motion Network, everybody. Oh my goodness. You guys, I've had so much fun. Thank
Thank
you
This
you
is
so
good.
much.
Thank you
This
for
was
having me on here.
fun. You guys can
This
stick
was
around
awesome.
for a minute if you want, and you can have whatever you want in the green room. And thank you to the
Thank you.
scorekeeper. Thank you to Alex for helping me, Chewy for staying asleep this week, and my
good call. It's
Wi-Fi
good.
for staying on, and of course everybody that joined us. We really appreciate it. Andy Forrester, I gotta have you back on. You kill me. Oh my gosh. Although I don't trust you half the time, but that's what's kind of fun. All right, everybody. I hate to say it, but episode 139 is officially out. Bye, everybody.
See you later.
I will hold, I will hold, I will hold you. Ain't no man, ain't no woman, ain't no thing, no, there ain't nothing gonna bring me down. Yeah. Well, I've said a lot of things that don't amount to nothing.